good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. This is Good Morning Black People with Morgan Rees, and I am your host, Morgan Rees. I have my talented and amazing guest tonight, Adelle Broom, who is also the creator of Karma Chronicles and the owner and master editor of Mixed Karma Productions. She is a graduate of VCU in Richmond, Virginia. Sorry, I apologize. um,
Oh,
she's, huh?
I said, "Oh, good, Queen."
She's also danced professionally with Latin Ballet of Virginia, teaches dance at the Latin Ballet, Stabner Ballet, and Mary Baldwin University. She has danced freelance editing work in the Williamsburg and Richmond, Virginia dance scene for the past 13 years, including dance studios, companies, colleges, audition pieces, videos, and individual dance cheer, school groups, etc. Well, with no further ado, after we do this introduction, I would like to welcome my guest, Adelle Broom of Karma Chronicles and also of Mixed Karma Productions. After this message. Good evening, everyone. This is good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. This is Good Morning Black People with Morgan Rees. And I am your host, Morgan Rees, and I have the lovely and talented Karma Chronicles with Adelle Broom. Welcome. Thank you. We've had some technical difficulties, you guys. We apologize in advance. It's all right. It's thankful Thursday, so it's okay. We
You
close
keep
for the weekend.
I'm here
What's our
for it. I'm
close
here
out?
for all of it in my Spider-Man suit. I'm just like, when you just act like I didn't just take my child to practice. And as moms and as Black women, we are out here, we do everything, but we are still, required to look pristine. And you, Queen, look pristine. I was like, I put my bun up today.
It's okay. It is okay. I would like to welcome you, Adelle, to my show. Again, you're part of Karma Chronicles, and you're also the owner and creator of Mixed Karma Productions. So, without further ado, welcome you to the show. Again, I thank you and I'm appreciative that you decided to join my show this evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you're watching this. So, tell us about you and your show, your Karma Chronicles, along with you being the creator of Mixed Karma Productions. Tell us more about that.
Well, it all started with me basically, thank you for even giving us acknowledgement or any kind of air or any platform to say anything, about anything on your show, because your time is precious. And I know your listeners want to hear something that's going to either affect them or at least give them some insight into something that maybe they want to get into, or even something they want to stay away from. Either way, it's knowledge that us Black people need. That being said, I've been cutting and editing music since I can remember. Back in my day when we had like tape players and record players and stuff like that, and there was no, oh, I'll just make a mix or I'll get an app to just cut that music real quick. I had like a tape deck and whatever I was using, and I remember I had to make sure I would play it on the CD, like unrecord, unpause for the record, pause it right quick when it got to the right thing, so it went from that to now where I am in 2023 to a point where I cut music for some of the most amazing people ever. And I am privileged to now run sound for some of the most amazing people ever. And I know people are like, ooh, name dropping stuff, but I'm just like, oh man, like just being in the room with a lot of these people and being able to hear their stories, because I think our oral tradition has been lost. We just wait to hear from the book, or we wait to hear from this. We don't have the people on the actual trail beating the path like you, Queen, that are actually giving us that oral tradition, word of mouth, from our ears to God. right away so that we can stay informed and really just know what's going on out there. And so salute to you guys for this. But it's been an amazing roller coaster with everything that I do. I'd like to say I Forrest Gump my way into a lot of stuff. I don't know how the hell I end up in some of these rooms on this amazing podcast with you. I'm gonna have these moments where I'm like, I just show up and do what we're supposed to do. And for someone that's been left on their ass a million times, you know how to be the solution and not the problem, but also how to go, I could help if I could, but I really can't, you know. And I think in Richmond, as creatives, as artists, that we need a lot more of those people that are like, yeah, I know how to help, without it being, what you gonna do for me? Which is, I get it on some level. I do get it. There is some of that quid pro quo that needs to happen, but a lot of times it's just, yeah, you want to do this? I know somebody that can do it. Call them, and then you guys work out what it is. But I don't earn a fee off that, you know. So it's hard for me to live under the karmic rules that I try and operate under, but also be like, I want to help everybody. So I've ended up being a jack of all trades. Like, it's insane. Cutting music, dancing with the Latin ballet. We just went to Spain last year on tour. I don't know when they're sending us this year. Hopefully, parce que je parle français, but I look Spanish. I'm hoping it's somewhere French speaking, but chances are. But I also do a lot right here in Richmond with my dope artists. I mean, there's so many. Even Dizzy Wonder, you got Dizzy Wonder on here. He is an amazing artist. Clef Dollars, you got, oh my God, My Center that's doing amazing stuff. Oh man, Noah O and the whole Charged Up crew, CJ the Prophet, they're doing lots of donation events where you can bring coats, you can bring things for families. So, I mean, Richmond is rich, full of talent, full of people that want to help, full of amazing people with great ideas. I just feel like we need to do something to push everybody's stuff forward without going, that was a good idea, but I could have done it better. And that's where people like you come in. So salute to you, because a lot of people won't know what a lot of people are doing if it wasn't for people like you that would go, hey. Same with Miss D. Shout out to Miss D. She does the same. She's just like, you know what? We're bringing these artists in. We're going to get an interview. We're going to talk to them. We're going to make sure that people know what's going on. This is where you can get tickets. This is how you can support. And I think the support is the biggest thing that Richmond needs, that we have, but that doesn't always have a spotlight shown on it. So I think we need to spotlight you, Miss D, all y'all for like being the ones that are like, hey, just in case y'all didn't know, 15 open mics are happening. Just in case you didn't know, this artist is amazing. This person's putting the book out, you know, and then we complain, oh, nobody told us. And I'm like, actually, there's about 4 podcasts that'll tell you everything you need to know. Didn't you share that flyer? Oh, I did. Wait a minute. Like, so I know the struggle is real, so I don't care how up or down anything you're doing goes. Please, my one advice to all artists is just keep going. You have no idea who you're inspiring, who is looking at you, and maybe even wishing hate or whatever on you. What, it doesn't matter. That's still someone taking notice of the strides that you're taking, and we should celebrate that. And I'm glad to celebrate that, whether it's with the kids I teach, the artists I help, taking myself out of retirement to join in and jump into some of these things for them. But I was like, look, I'm getting too old to be a video hoe now. Unless I get to bring my gun and my katanas to be like a ninja video hoe, I'm like, I can't do it.
Well, my slogan this year is 2023 is all about me. So 2023 is all about you. So I need to know more about your dance. I know you're a dance teacher as well, and your art of dancing. I know you said you just went to Spain and you're part of Latin ballet. So can you give us more about you and your talent, and you said you just came out of retirement. So prior to you coming out of retirement,
because hip hop is my love. It's always my first love. I think I have about 1,000 records in the other room, like at least 1,000, and they are alphabetized, and I got Mad Skills in there. I got Family in there. I got Noah O, I got like our albums and stuff in there, you know. So I think it's it's just important to keep our history and culture going, even if it's me doing dance in a Latin ballet. We're about to do a piece called Aguas, and it's all about slavery on the James River. And my degree is from VCU in history. They like to say African American history. I'm like, oh my God, it's American history, white people. I'm so sorry. I hate to be that, but I'm light skinned enough, like I can say that. Y'all can take but still offer me caviar. Like, I don't know. So I feel like that's my chameleon privilege to be a African walking through the door. I ain't invited to any meeting, but you know what? Since I'm not invited to any meeting, I'm getting thrown out anyway. So I might as well go out telling the truth. How y'all doing? They're like, but I
Look, look.
I was like, if I can let 5 of us in, they can't stop us all. Like, you know, but it's just a matter of us supporting each other. And Latin Ballet I've been with them for 11 years. And I need to update my resume because I know it says like 13 years on it, but it's been like 17, 18 years now. I'm old now. My son's going to be 10 this year. Lord. Lord. Yeah, I know, right? Look at everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have adult kids, so I don't even know where you're at right now with that.
And then people like are like, oh, babies and this. I'm like, you could not pay me a million, jillion, fulfillion, zillion, whatever the Powerball just was. You couldn't pay me that much to go back to diapers. I don't care. I'm not marrying no, we ain't doing no more babies. That we could be together forever. We ain't having no more babies. As long as we good with that, we can get a goldfish. We can get a Komodo dragon. But salute to all the people with babies right now. And you feel me? Because I got a 10-year-old and you over here like, you can't pay me to go back to 4th grade. Like, but I feel like it is like that. But also I don't mind being that mentor in that because most of the kids I've had for a good decade plus. Most of those kids that I've taught, I still have amazing relationships with, and their parents as well. Some of them, I just did a stunt video with one of them, Ethan Lynch. I jumped out of a plane with Ethan. And he was one of my students from when he was like a baby. And I was like, he called his mom and was like, I'm jumping out of a plane. I was like, look, he's a whole adult now. I am going to give him a shot of bourbon after. I know he's 20 and turns 21 in like a couple days. However, I'm giving this kid a shot of bourbon. He's jumping out of a plane with me. But I feel like when you're part of your community and you really love and do what you love and really do what you want, but that is helping not only you, but your community by setting that example that we are that fence, that gate, that platform that sets the next generation up to do what we're bitching and complaining about not being able to do. And it's a hard path to stand on the soapbox and just basically hold another one up for someone else. But we are standing on soapboxes from people like Frederick Douglass and stuff. So I don't think I got Frederick Douglass shoulders, but I'm happy to hold a box or two, you know. And I feel like with dance, I can do that. With substitute teaching, I can do that. Teaching at the university, I can do that. With my own children, you know, I can do that. With the variety series, I can do that, you know, and just like you, adding a platform for people to express themselves and to really be heard. That's worth my life's mission. And it's obviously worth yours too, because you wouldn't be taking your time. You got stuff to do, Queen. You could be doing a million things right now, except for giving platform to people that are doing things and want to talk and want to help as well. That could also help other people who want to do things connect and get their stuff done. So I'm a big karma person. I'm a big what goes around comes around, you know, person. So I'm not karma.
As I taught you, reap what you sow, and I say your karma too.
It is. Whatever you put out, it's going to come back to you times 10.
Yeah.
It might not be today or tomorrow, but
Okay, it comes back.
Yeah.
God does not miss nobody, and karma knows your address. You can move a million different times. And knows where she knew.
I don't like ugly, and karma don't forget. So it's like nope, not even Mel Gibson or whoever's listening is going to help you in these prayers. Nope, no.
So let me ask you this: What is your creator of RBA Variety? What is that? What is that? And tell us more about that, so everyone can understand what that is.
Oh yeah, the RVA Variety Series. Basically, I used to be an artist in Richmond as well. Me and the Egomaniac. Shout out AP and Army Black back when we thought we was gonna be the Fugees back in our day. You know, I miss all of it. I miss the scene. I miss open mics and all that stuff. But then I realized as a mom, crap, my artist is here, and then that one's over there. But this is on Tuesday, but they have basketball, and so I wasn't able to really get out to and support all of my favorite artists that I used to love doing all the time. And so I literally became selfish and said, how do I get all my people on one stage at one time so I don't have to keep bouncing around? It's definitely for the culture, but if we're going, these are the dopest people that I love, like really am a big fan of, because it's one thing to go, I support, it's another thing to be like a religious fan of these people. The same way you a fan of Jay-Z, you should be a fan of these people in your neighborhood, in your community, in your state, doing the things you love, whether they're dancers, artists, singers, I don't know, they could be an underwater basket weaver, whatever, you know, VCU basketball, like it did. Support those people now. Don't wait till they Jay-Z and then, oh, you know, because then now the artist is bitter, everybody's bitter, but we all missed out on the dope concert. And I'm just like, you know what, I'm selfish and I can see that coming. What if I put all of y'all in one room at one time? And I put 62 acts on stage in 2 days. Me, myself, and I don't know how the hell I still don't know how the hell that should happen. Salute to Bob and Mel of Another Round Bar and Grill, because they saw what I was trying to do and they were like, okay, we'll just give you the menu. Well, awesome. So I don't need any money for anything. Y'all just, you know, you're going to sell food and booze and that's all you. But whatever we sell on tickets, we can just split with the artists and they can just have all their money, because a lot of these artists perform, they pay to perform. I understand it on certain levels, but I don't understand that. And my thing is, I'm your fan. Shouldn't we be paying to have an experience? And shouldn't you, knowing that you're being paid for this experience, bring us the best of you and give us a hell of a show? But y'all do that already for free. What the hell kind of a fucking show are we gonna get if we give them what they deserve? Well, let's see what happens. Yeah, 62 acts happened and it was phenomenal. It was amazing. I don't know how I did that. I'm gonna try and do another one this spring with in collaboration with Cheddar Jackson, who's a black business in Jackson Ward. Amazing sandwiches. Everybody should go. Salute to Cheddar Jackson. I'm a savage for pizza and like a cheese sandwich with tomatoes. They are phenomenal. Black owned business, and it's right here in Jackson Ward. But he also does telecommunications and he does radio and he has his own thing going there. And I'm over here thinking, how can I get all my favorite artists on this station that's black owned that I can support? Like, you know, Mid-Atlantic Jams and, you know, Black Lick, shout out to them, and WRIR, you know, they have an 97.3. They have independent radio station with most of your most talented and veteran artists right here in VA that know what they're doing and know what they're talking about when it comes to the music and the scene. And we don't hear about it, or we do, but if you know, you know. Or RVA Boombox, you know, here RVA. These are organizations and venues and get people that are putting everybody together. Radio B with the Hip Hop Elite. He's got a whole billboard for Richmond. And I was like, yeah, look at hip hop. I just feel like we about to blow up like the World Trade. Once, like you never thought that hip hop would make it this far, but look at Richmond, and you never thought it would do it in Richmond. And here's a black man on a billboard with something that he's built off of hip hop, and it is beaming for all of Richmond to see. And I'm like, this venue should be packed every night. Every night this venue should be packed. And it's, oh, well, I can't, or I this, but you'll spend $80 a week in Starbucks. But that free ticket was just,
wow.
And I got 2 kids, and everybody's like, why can't you come? And I'm like, who gonna watch the kids? God. Yeah, I'm busy tonight, man. I'm like, he had them last week. So it for me, I like to go, there are a lot of excuses and people can have them. I have them too, and I get it. However, if you're an artist and you're in Richmond and you have anything and you want to help or you want to be a part of something, then there's no reason why we shouldn't be doing things like the RVA Variety Series for all of us, you know. But then we also have others that are doing that. Brooklyn and Benny are doing the Writers Den. Shout out to Jewel. She's doing the Wednesdays. Oh, she gonna kill me. She gonna fight me right now on site. She does the Down in the Dungeon, the burlesque shows, S&M, like really, really cool stuff. And she also does, I think Brooklyn's the one that does Wild Wednesdays, but Jewel does something on Wednesdays too. She gonna fight me. I'm gonna see it afterwards and she gonna go, really? I tried though, I tried. But I mean, then Roscoe, you know, our poet laureate of Richmond, has amazing things. The VMFA, Robert Fenord, is doing amazing things down there for Black people. I mean, he got the whole down in the dirty South exhibit going on. Like that was straight up like two dope boys in a Cadillac. There was a Cadillac in the VMFA, and we was just like, wait a minute, hold up. Okay, I'm gonna go to the VMFA. And now you can see all these other works from the, you know, rumors of war that we got. Like, there's so much right here in Richmond with our history, with everything that ties into our music, that ties into VCU, that ties into Union, that ties into VSU, that ties into all of this. That just the Gilpin Court and Wickham Court. Like, I used to teach at the elementary school in Wickham Court, and I started a dance program over there before they shut it down because, you know, methane gas, and it needed to close. But we were heartbroken, man. We fought hard to keep that school open. Like, we weren't killing everybody. We were like, I know everybody's dying, but please don't take our babies from us. Like, and they wouldn't help or fix. But, you know, it's these things. And how do we get on the councils to get representation?
Mm-hmm.
So that when we go to the meeting, I can go, here's a snippet from Morgan's podcast, and I think you should see this, you know, because it tells that, you know, but it's that representation. And if we can get out there and really help each other work towards our goals, Richmond is unstoppable. I'm not going to say it will be. Richmond is unstoppable. We need to stop ATL and LA and honey.
It's all about the RVA, huh?
Two up, two down. I don't care from 757 all the way up to Nova and DC. We counting y'all. Y'all ain't by yourself. You us.
So when you say you teach your children to dance, what age group do you teach your children that you teach the children?
All ages, from like 2, 3, all the way up to our adults. Yep.
And it's just ballet, or is it other forms of dance art?
Ballet. I like to do modern and contemporary a lot. A little hip hop here and there, but I know like my hip hop dancers. Shout out to Narcy and like X Glide and all of them, to Corey, like these like street dancers who also danced at the variety series. Because I was like, yeah, I want to see the dances too, but I can't go to the dance show into this. So it was like singers, poets, dancers, MCs. We had comedians and like people from DC all the way down, and everybody came in. And it was a night of the best part of that night for me, honestly, besides being selfish and getting what I wanted. Like, I got to see all my people. It was having the people that I know are dope see all the other people that I know are dope. Wow. And then go, hey, we should, oh, yo. And I was like, because that means I get a cool album after that. I'm selfish, very selfish. But like if Big Boy never knew who Andre 3000 was, and you had the moment to like put him in the room, and you was just like, if I know 18 Aliens was coming out of this, like I'd have done this forever ago. Like,
it sounds to me that Richmond is kind of like where New York used to be back in the day with the break dancers and everything. You guys are trying to create that back because, you know, as they say, things come back full circle. Like, you know, we got the bell bottom pants that come back out, the high top fades that come back out, all those things that we were doing back in our age group, back in the 90s, the 80s, and the 70s. Richmond is trying to recreate that back again, and it's coming on back. Okay.
Okay. Back. And the great news is that it's been back, but the best kept secret is that whoever wants to commercialize this and milk it for whatever money they can do out of it and turn it into whatever silk purse they want, haven't figured it out yet. But we still have time to be organic and real, and we still have time to build our own and not let them come in and try and blow smoke up our asses and say, oh, well, I'll give you this if you can just. We got time to make Richmond Richmond, because Richmond is always going to be Richmond. But we don't need nobody to come in here and tell us how to run or where Richmond should be or what Richmond could be. Richmond's already that, because your ass wouldn't be here if Richmond
We're
wasn't.
trying to keep it as clean as possible.
All right, I'm the
We're
one.
trying to keep it as clean as possible.
They're gonna bleep everything.
I know it's coming close to the weekend. We're trying to keep it as clean as possible.
This public service is now brought to you by the person that teaches your child every day. And who actually is very clean, which is why I'm like, I get to the end of the day and I'm like, ah, everybody's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I have to be very sunshine and roses all day.
So if anyone wants to catch you in a show as actually performing with your dancing and your ballet, either with your students or yourself, how can they be able to find you at any show that you may have or anything like that? Where can they find you in Richmond or anywhere else? Because I heard you just say you were just in Spain. So how do they connect with you?
Yeah, latinballet.com. They have a list of all of our performances, and I'm the I am, for some odd reason, which I always question, parce que je parle français, but I look Spanish, and it's but I speak very well, and I'm like, but also I'll take that. But so I do a lot of coordination for the Latin Ballet as well. So if you have an elementary school that wants a performance or something, holler at us, latinballet.com. You can find us there at stavnaballet.com. Some of our dancers with Latin Ballet dance with them as well. Like I said, Richmond is more here than it is, oh, here's ballet, but there's ballet, but that, no, we're all dancers. It's a very small group. We all all of us have to eat and live. So Stavna, STAVNA, stavnaballet.com, and they do nonprofit work, as does Latin Ballets as well. And I'm trying to think where else. Other than that, I'm on Instagram at Karma's Chronicles, and it's spelled just how it sounds because I'm really not that cool. I can't. They're like Karma with an underscore, and I'm like, yeah, it's Karma, like Karma Chronicles. And I do a lot of costume work and stuff like that. So, and I know people have shows and stuff coming up. So holla at me. I can help you figure it out. I got sequins, glitter, all that good stuff. I think we do more helping each other. You know, trying to think who else. The Virginia Opera is doing some stuff. The Symphony is doing some stuff. I sit on the board there. We're really trying to reach out and see how we can get more people to pop into the opera, pop into the symphony. And it's just like, I didn't know, I did this. And there's going to be a lot of incentives and stuff coming up for like, especially our kids in these schools that have never seen some of this stuff. You know what I mean? I know at 25, y'all might be like, I'm really not trying to go see the opera. Maybe you should.
I used to go to the opera. I used to love classical music once upon a time. So, yeah.
Right? You ain't got to be drinking it all the time, but it's that you've had the experience at least, you know. Is you don't gotta like flying, but maybe you should get on a plane at least once in your life. And we're trying to make it possible for everybody to do that, no matter where you are, what you have, what you don't have. And yeah, if anybody wants to partner with us, if anybody wants to get into these schools, like I'm at Pine Camp, you know, if anybody wants to get into these schools and teach some of these kids and help us with our next generation, who hopefully won't drive us into the ground if we take care of them, you know, please reach out to me. And Morgan, you are amazing. I know you can reach out to her, and she's got a million resources on how you can give what you have out to the community. And, you know, if I can leave anybody with anything, just we make a living by what we get, but we make lives by what we give. And we have so much more to give than what we're willing to realize that we already have, while we're trying to get something we don't even need. So just love, be loved, and spread love, and don't take crap off anybody. I thought about that before I said it.
Well, how can they follow anyone and they need to follow you, Karma or Adele from For Karma Chronicles and Mixed
Yeah.
Karma Productions? If they need to contact you or follow you, can you tell us, share us your social media platforms and
Yep.
your website and everything like that?
Oh yeah, at Karma's Chronicles, Karmas Chronicles. I'm not even going to. Yes, Chronicles, just the way it's spelled. It could be at Mixed Karma as well, mixed, just the way it's spelled, Karma, because I'm a African mixed Karma. Yeah, very easy. At Latin Ballet on Instagram and all that. At Stavna Ballet on Instagram. We also, I'm trying to think, at Cultural Roots. Yeah, they're a homeschool that we do at Pine Camp. They're great for your kids and stuff as well. Definitely look into all the studios downtown. My center, OG Illa, they're doing great stuff. So if you want to do a video, you need a studio, you need, I mean, all of that. Yours truly, Michael Pissmoke, they're doing a lot of studio stuff. So I know people just need that. Where do I go for the studio? Where do I go? I'm that person. I probably know what you need. You need a band, Joy Money, then you've got Tiara and Andrew. Like, so it just depends. Hit me up if you need something or if you need somebody. I'd love to put you in the right direction to make everybody happy. There are those of us out here who just want to do the right thing.
And that's the way it is. It's us helping each other, especially in the Black community, because you see other cultures that everyone is doing things for them, and in our community we have so much division, and then when we try to come together, it's always something else that's going to cause some chaos or some issues or concerns. So
Yeah.
a person like you and the other persons that you named, like Dizzy and
Oh,
everyone else, there are important intricacies in your community to help build or help put Richmond back where it used to be,
exactly.
and bring them back to the forefront where everyone's looking at Atlanta, everyone's looking at New York, everyone's looking at
Yeah.
Philly, you
Now,
know.
back to the Matt Skills days. We need to get back to the Joe Doja days. We need to like go, yeah, where we had just, it was just, oh snap, Richmond, and then it went, we're gonna take this somewhere else. I'm like, but y'all seem to forget that Missy, Timberland, Pharrell, I mean, how D'Angelo, Chris Brown. And I used to be a Gen A from Barbados, so I throw in Rihanna in there too. She one of us too. Look, there's so many of us. We're like, oh yeah, Teddy Riley. Well, he was New York, but look where he came.
Mm-hmm.
Blow up
Virginia.
on the, so we don't need that. We need what we already have right here. And we
Mm,
got it. We have it.
okay. Okay. Well, Adele, I really appreciate your time. I am so grateful that you decided to take out the time out of your busy schedule. Um, I am very proud and honored of your work that you're doing your own, especially with the dance. I love dance. I love ballet,
Let me
and
know. I'll see you whenever
you're
you
teaching
want.
the children. You're keeping their minds busy instead of getting them. They say idle mind is the devil's workshop. So you're doing that for them, to keep their minds and keep them culturally surrounded with other things besides what they know in their own neighborhood. Dance is their own form of art as it is by itself. And then when you incorporate other different forms of art, ballet is an amazing form of dance, in my opinion. And for you to be a part of that platform is amazing. I promise it's amazing. And I just
Thank
want
you.
to say thank you again for taking out the time of your busy schedule to join my show. And guys, again, this is Adelle Brown from Karma Chronicles and from Mixed Karma Productions. She's a dancer, guys, a ballet. She's a dance teacher to students and kids. She's also the creator of RBA Variety Series. She's loving her hometown. She's Richmond all day. She wants to
All
bring the
day.
music and the talent out of Richmond to the world and let everyone know it's not just New York. It's not just Philly. It's not just Atlanta. It's right there in the VA and it's in Richmond. So
All
please show her some love. Follow her on all her social media platforms that she has available, and follow her to the where she's trying to do and how she's trying to build up her community one brick at a time, one brick at a time. But thank you again. I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh. So this year, as I said, 2023 is all about me. 2023, Adele, is all about you. It's all about you and your passion for your city, your passion for your community, for you coming back out and putting your your boots to the ground and trying to bring back all the artists. And also at the same time, you're teaching students and kids that you don't have to be in the streets. This is another form of things to keep you busy, to keep you out of the streets. And you're doing it one step at a time. And that's what we need in every community that we're at. And we are saluting you. We appreciate you. I promise we are. We thank you again for joining our show. But guys, again, it's another show with Karma Chronicles and Adelle Brown. Yes, welcome. Go check her out on all her social media platforms. She's on Instagram. She's on Facebook. She's on, what else you're on?
I don't know. I think I have a Twitter, but I think I use it to complain against American Airlines when they jack my stuff up or something like that. I don't know. I was just like, this is an atrocity. They're like, we'll fix it. I'm like, I love Twitter. This is great. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm on there, but yeah, Instagram, Facebook, probably the best way.
Well, thank you again. Guys, please, I am so proud that she decided to take out the time to join me on my show. Again, this is Good Morning Black People with Morgan Rees. I am your host, Morgan Rees, and this is the lovely and the talented Adelle Brown from Karma Chronicles and from Mixed Karma Productions. Please follow her, check her out, look at all her information that she has. Follow her on her dance with her kids and herself. She's a talented, humble, busy young lady. She's a talented, humble young lady.
From the humble, like, because I don't know how. Like I said, that's why I say I Forrest Gump my way into things. I was like, I don't know how I'm sitting here on this Queen's podcast right now, but I'm like, oh my gosh, let me help everybody. I can't while I'm here.
Well, you had your platform, and I was honored that you decided to take the time to come to my show. Again, guys, thank y'all for joining my show this night. Whether you're watching in the morning, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Thank you again for joining Good Morning Black People with Morgan Rees. And I'm your host, Morgan Rees. And today is Thankful and Thoughtful Thursday. And guys, God has brought us to the place where we're thankful that we were thoughtful to bring you on the show. And it was an honor. And guys, check Karma Chronicles out. And have a good evening. Have a good morning. Have a good day. Bye-bye, guys.
It's Good Morning Black People with your host, Morgan Rees, author, podcasting, online personality. Good Morning Black People, discussing social views, today's news, and interviews. Subscribe today at YouTube at Good Morning Black People.